Country Battle Royale, it's dead, but not really. I'm still gonna make videos of it, probably right after this one. But I decided starting a new series. If Civilization Reset, Episode 1. Yes, this is my fantasy map. I finished it, but I don't know how to show it. At some point I will. And this is the new map. So this is a map of my fictional planet Hetutavasalo, which is the new Earth for humans. After after a major asteroid is noticed approaching the Earth, a mass migration process happens, and they go into a different star system called the Goldfire Complex, and find this habitable planet called Hetutavasalo. And then they land on it and they reset civilization. I know this is basically a carbon copy of Aegis Pro, but credits. Of course, I'm gonna give credit. Well, it's not a direct copy of Aegis Pro, I guess. Well, it's just it's different. It's not gonna be exactly the same. So I guess we just jump in from here. Alright, so this is the beginning point of civilization on Hetutavasalo. So this small group of people set off and expand. They reach the coastline and they go down south towards the Mara rivers. I wrote the names for these places just without like any reasoning. So yeah. Then so basically the red team continues to expand and expand until it looks something like this. So right, so this nation is called Muba, and its capital is its starting point, which they call Blyan. And now they're experiencing an issue. They don't want to go south of the river. They don't want to go any more eastward. Well, not really. They don't want to go there. They just have other plans in this mountain range. So they start the process of climbing, of sending explorers there to take for their own. But then eventually they decide to form their own country. So this part breaks off, and I didn't give a name for this. So you guys can come up with it in the comments. So this nation starts to expand as well. The blue team. The blue team expands into something like this. Alright. Something like that. Which they do. And then they just start to work together now. Since they are the only two people left, since they're the only two nations, what else are they supposed to do? So eventually they're working together. There's an experiment, and they now have established boat technology. They use it to their advantage. The red team takes these islands, and the blue team get their share. But you see, there's another continent over there. So, and the blue team finds out about this, and they start to colonize it. Yeah. But is it really colonizing if no one is there in the first place? Well, they just start taking it for their own. Yes, the red team knows about this. The blue team told them that there's a continent up here. So the red team decides to go, hey, we should get our share of this. So they go up and they take these islands and they establish a colony that looks something like this. And now we're at a point where a new nation gets introduced. Alright, so we'll get the yellow team. The reason for the yellow team breaking off is because this area is sandy and they plan to take on the sandy lands. The red Muba is fine with this, so they let it happen. And then the yellow team do as what they're told, as what they wanted to do, and they start to take on the Zaluda Desert. Yes, the place where it got independence from, that is where the capital is. And its capital is called Easy. That's how it's spelled, like what I just showed you right now. So this is the Zaluda Desert. Well, desert, but yeah, it's fun. Alright. Right, so the yellow team should eventually turns into something like this. And yeah, they also have the boat technology too, so they colonize this island, and yeah, they take a bit of land down there, so no one else can just swoop and take it. All right, and after that, another nation forms. People from the blue team and the red team decide to migrate to this point in the continent Simvada. And they establish the purple team. Purple team because it's a mixture between red and blue. Purple team expands itself and goes into this. The capital's right there. And yeah, that's the purple team. Yeah, but the thing is, the red team is still expanding. And what the heck's going on here? Red team's... Why do I see stuff from... So the red team continues to expand their colony. Yeah, I have an actual name of the capital of this colony, and it's Python, like the snake. That's why I didn't see any pop up, because you should know that. You should know how Python is spelled. And yeah, that's red team's colony expansion. Wait, let me fix something a bit. So, blue team's colony will end up looking like this. This is like its final point, and yeah. let's look at the yellow team. Let's look at the yellow team. They're doing their own business. Eventually, they hit a new continent, which is known as Gorvena. And yeah, that's it. That's the continent. But the yellow team isn't really too keen into colonization. But some people in the country like the idea of expansion. And since the yellow team doesn't do that, they migrate. They go all the way through here, essentially just discovering some new lands. They make it to this point. Right. This is now the brown team. And yeah, the brown team establishes itself. Then it decides to do a long stretch over here. And yeah, thickens over here as well. And then the thing is, it was expanding rapidly. They didn't really settle the at land. So basically something happens and yeah, you'll see. You'll just see next clip. So yeah, this basically happens and yeah, doesn't really look too good for the brown team. So immediately after that happening, we see these new nations already start expanding. This pink one going going around here, and then we have the green one, which will look something like this. Expand around like that. And yeah, this is the brown team, so they're going to need to expand. And expand is what they do, because they need to because they lost land and they're gonna get some new one by expanding, because that's what the term expand means. All right, I said too much expand in that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Just gonna take that. Wait, just take that. There. All right, just skip ahead. Just skip ahead. So yeah, the brown team does some expansion, and the red team decides, you know what? I'm not gonna let this river block my boundaries. So they expand. So they expand amongst this river, cause what's anyone gonna do about it? After now realizing they've gotten close connection to the green team, they decide to link up. And link up they do. Because that is what's supposed to happen. And then this land is pretty much free game. So The blue team comes along and they decide. So they nab this stuff and reach all the way down there. Yep, into this place. And now it's entirely encircled, so they all jointly establish a new nation. Yes, I'm just editing the borders, and this is the new nation that gets established. Yeah. There's not really a name for it, but yeah, that's the nation. Oh yeah, red team expanded, so the orange team is gonna mind its business and casually continue to block off any red team, anyone's access to here. All right, there we go. I think that's where I can stop the video. That's it. And that's episode 1. We see the start of civilization, some colonization happening, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in Country Battle Royale as when I record after this. Goodbye. Jackflix still will be zooming out.